Hi guys, so we are back and we're going to pick up with Act 4, Scene 3. But first, I would like to real quick reiterate that in Scene 2, Juliet had returned from Friar Lawrence's cell. She had gotten down on her knees and asked her father for forgiveness for having been disobedient. Okay? This makes Capulet so happy that he pushes the wedding up to the next day and says that he is going to personally go find Paris and let him know. Okay. In the meantime, the nurse is helping Juliet to get ready for the wedding. Um, and now, we're going to see what takes place in this scene. So in scene 3, Juliet sends the nurse away for the night after facing her terror at the prospect of awakening in her family's burial vault. Juliet drinks the potion that Friar Lawrence has given to her. Okay, now let's just remember how old Juliet is, right? So she's 13 going on 14, not yet 14 years old. So she's a little bit younger than you. If somebody gave you a liquid and said, here, drink this, it's going to knock you out for 40 something hours, right? What are some of the thoughts that might go through your head before you swallowed that? Okay, it's a drug, right? It's something that would have probably caused a little bit of fear for anybody to have um, ingested, right? So that's important to kind of think about in advance here. Okay, let's get into it. So, scene 3, enter Juliet and the nurse. Ay, those attires are best, but, gentle nurse, I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight, for I have need of many orisons. Orisons are prayers. Okay, so she says, nurse, please leave me alone. I have to get to praying right now. To move the heavens to smile upon my state, which, well thou knowest, is cross and full of sin. Enter Lady Capulet. What, are you busy, ho? Need you my help? No, madame, we have called such necessaries, we have gathered such necessaries as are behooveful for our state tomorrow. So please you, let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full all in this sudden business. Good night, get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need. Okay, so mom and the nurse are going to leave Juliet to herself now. Now you'll notice that if you're following along in your book, which I hope you are, the lines here, it's a very, very long soliloquy. Juliet is going to be thinking aloud. She says farewell. She's saying farewell to her mom and to her nurse, okay? God knows when we shall meet again. Okay, this is really terrifying for her because there is a chance that she may never see them again. She's faking her own death. Okay, I want you to really understand that here. Use your imagination. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse, what should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, vile. Okay, so this is important. She hesitates. She's afraid. She almost calls them back. In fact, she does call the nurse, but probably not too loud. Then she thinks on it and she says, my dismal scene I needs must act alone. Okay, so she is taking the weight of all of this responsibility in her own hands here. So she takes out the vial of poison, or potion, not poison, I'm sorry. What if this mixture do not work at all? Okay, so she is thinking out loud, oh my God, what if this doesn't work? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? She takes out her knife and puts it down beside her. No, no, this shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be poison, which the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo? I fear it is, and yet methinks it should not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. So not only does she hesitate, thinking that the potion might not work and she might have to marry this this man Paris tomorrow. She also considers that this could be that a poison that Friar Lawrence is trying to kill her. Okay. Then she rules that out, saying that he has been still tried a holy man. Okay. She continues to muse about what this potion could result in. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or, if I live, is it not very like the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of that place, as in a vault, an ancient receptacle, where for this many hundred years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed, where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies festering in his shroud, where, as they say, at some hours in the night spirits resort. Alack, alack, it is not like that I, so early waking, with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that living mortals hearing them run mad. Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefathers' joints, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud? And in this rage, with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look, methinks I see my cousin's ghosts seeking out Romeo, that did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, 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 here's a drink. I drink to thee. She drinks the potion, and then she falls down on the bed, and the curtains close.